around her neck. Time to hit the busy streets. "Merry Christmas, Andrew," she said as she made her way to the door. He looked up and gave her a smile. It wasn't an in-your-face toothpaste kind of smile. It was a deep, reserved, what-lies-beneath, sexy-and-you-know-it kind of smile. The kind to make your toes tingle. If it had been nighttime and he'd been a stranger in a bar, it would have made her heart rate pick up the pace. "Stop!" Kenny's voice sounded over the drunken singing as he elbowed his way through the crowd. His happy-go-lucky smile had vanished, being replaced by something between panic-stricken and heart-attack material. Andrew looked up. "What is it?" Kenny's head flicked from side to side. "Where is everyone? Is it just you two left?" "Looks like it." Han Solo's voice echoed in her head. "I've got a bad feeling about this." "There's been a hitch. You'll need to stay." "What do you mean we'll need to stay?" Andrew stood up, swinging his heavy rucksack over his shoulder. It was clear he had no intention of staying. "There's been a problem with the schedule. We need to film another episode in the next week." "What?" "What?" Their voices joined in unison in the noisy, festive-filled pub. Juliette flung up her hands. "That's impossible. It takes months of research for every episode. We've got nowhere to film and no crew to film it." "This is crazy and impossible. I'm going." Andrew took a few steps towards the door, but Kenny stood in front of his large frame. "You can't." "What do you mean, we can't?" Andrew was growling down at Kenny now and glancing at his watch. Kenny folded his arms across his chest. "I mean you can't. It's in your contracts, a clause. If there's an emergency situation and we need to reshoot, you have to be available." Juliette felt her anger start to build in her chest. "This isn't a reshoot, Kenny. It's a whole new episode." She waved her arms around the pub. The rest of their staff were on their way home, dreaming of a Merry Christmas. "And there's no one here to do it." "There's you two, and that's all we'll need." She wasn't buying it. Those chocolates just off Oxford Street were currently calling her name. Christmas was going to be miserable enough without having to work in some old, creepy, haunted house. "No, I'm not doing it. I'm going home. There's no crew, no script, and nowhere to film. And what kind of emergency means that our network needs a brand new episode out of nowhere?" "The kind where a kid in one of the other episodes was just hit by a car. His parents have requested the episode not be shown. They don't know what's going to happen with their kid right now." It was as if the wind had just been knocked out of her sails. "Oh." There was a thud behind her as Andrew's rucksack hit the table behind her. "Which kid?" Her voice was hoarse, and every hair on her arm stood on end. They rarely had kids on the show, and she knew the answer before he even said it. "Bailey Clark." "How is he?" Andrew echoed the words in her head. "I have no idea. It was one of the other family members who phoned." Bailey. Gorgeous, cheeky 9-year-old who claimed an ancient mariner appeared in his room every night. It had all been nonsense, but filming had been fun, and it was set to be one of the most entertaining episodes of Haunted Ever After. Kenny was still talking. He obviously didn't realize the effect his words had already had. "Your contract says you have to help. I'll find you a venue where you can film. Or have another haunted house on the files somewhere. Andrew can take a camera and sound equipment and film, and Juliette, you can make up the script as you go. You'll be fine, you always are." He was babbling, obviously starting to get a little desperate. "In a way, it's good that it's you two left. You're the only two in the production crew that are single and don't have family commitments. You'll manage, I'm sure. I'd hate to have to ask other members of staff to be away from their families at this time of year." It was almost as if he were twisting the knife straight into her stomach. Way to go, Kenny. Remind her that she was single with no family. His face paled as he realized his mistake. But Andrew got in there first. "Actually, Kenny, you're wrong. I do have family commitments. Ones that I can't break over Christmas. I have to go back to Scotland. My train leaves in the next hour." Kenny opened his mouth to speak again, but Andrew held up his hand.